Good morning, metamaniacs. Crypto boomers worldwide. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thank you for pumping in. Let me throw up the thumbnail there on the live. Make sure everything is connected. Shout out to the metamaniacs. Make sure you're dropping a comment here on the Restream. I'm using Restream.io to push this to YouTube and Twitch, and formerly D-Live. Shout out to all the new Twitchers out there. I'm on Twitch TV. Make sure you tap into all the links down below. Champagne Gains on TikTok. Shout out to TikTok, giving me pretty good views. I'm not gonna lie. If you're an OG that's been on the fence, questioning whether or not you should jump on TikTok for the socials, I'm telling you that I think it's worth it. I think it's absolutely worth it. And then shout out to actually YouTube after shadow banning me. This weekend, we had a couple shorts that went, a lot more than others. We had like 1,000 views out the gate, which usually we maybe get a couple hundred, so shout out to those. Kaboom! Shout out to all the metamaniacs. Make sure you're dropping a comment. Let me go ahead and throw up that thumbnail real quick, and bear with me. Today, we're talking about this major Bitcoin crypto recovery, up a hell of a lot, almost $21,000 after dipping to $17K this week. And it was an absolute slaughter that we saw this week, and liquidations all over the gates, and crypto was definitely falling off a cliff. And here we are with this rally. I don't know if it has anything to do with the stock market's not trading today. It looks like people don't got, I don't know what they got to do today, but they're buying BTC, that's for sure. They are buying BTC, and BTC is rattling along with Ethereum and the rest of the alts. Again, where's my thumbnail? Where is my thumbnail? Make sure I got to monetize on. Some reason I kicked the live stream over to YouTube, and the thumbnail's not correct. The monetization's off. I'm using Restream, which is good because you can go to multiple networks, but then you got to go back to YouTube and let them know exactly how you want it to look. Anyhow, I'll be checking the chat in just a moment. Just came back from the gym. I've had my routine steak and eggs, and I'm feeling good. I woke up this morning, hit some squats. I'm letting you guys know that during the bear, it's important to continue to make growth, stack gains, and that's what the champ here is bringing. More gains, both financially, crypto-wise, alt-wise, spiritually, mentally, on all platforms. We're making major gains, and you should too. Make sure you're tapping in. Okay, and focusing. And first, you need to start with eating correctly, clean, and exercising every day. If not, do yourself, at least 3 days. Just get moving and grooving. Let me go ahead and check out the Restream now. We should be good on the thumbnail. Let me check out the chat. Shout out again to Twitch. I don't know what the action is looking like over there, but we're streaming live. And as soon as I crack 1,000 followers over there on TikTok, I think you can go live there as well. Been doing heavy research on Amazon reselling. I haven't mentioned it here before, but I do have a little store over there on Amazon where I sell CDs and books. Nothing to brag about, but being there on TikTok or whatnot, I came across a lot of content talking about Amazon reselling and sourcing products and all that wild stuff. So I've been consuming a lot of that type of content, and it's important to every once in a while. Okay, guys, make sure that you are recalibrating the content that you're looking at. You got to unfollow some accounts. You got to make sure that, you got to reset the algorithm, because the algorithm is going to want to take you where it wants to go. And you got to make sure you control the algorithm as well. So every once in a while, you got to go in there and start, adjusting and recalibrating to make sure that you're consuming content that you actually want, not what the algo wants. Shout out to Hewitt. Shout out to you. Good morning, sir. So let's talk about it. We got a major BTC recovery going on right now, and the chart looks healthy. Let me turn off these coins and then share my screen. Kaboom. Look, you can see right now BTC currently at 20,831. 20,831, looking strong on today's recovery. Again, I don't know if that has anything to do with the stocks not trading. Perhaps, maybe. People are at their desk, and whatever money they do have to buy, it's probably going to go into crypto. One can argue. I don't know if that's true. I don't have supporting evidence, but I'm giving the thought. Anyhow, 21,000. If you see the recovery here, let me go ahead and show you that 5-day. We were under attack. Look at that. It looks like a complete V right here on that bounce back. Within a few hours, it bounced back. So it fell off a cliff over this weekend, but we've gained back everything that we lost over the weekend. Now, we went into the weekend, slightly, around 20,000, and here we are again. So there was a sell-off, and we recovered, and it's looking like a nice recovery. It's somewhat of a V shape. Hopefully to $25,000 and buy back under 15K. I've mentioned this in our Discord, and you could tap into our Discord. I don't know if you're there, Hewitt, but I mentioned something similar. I'm like, look out. This was during the weekend. I'm like, look out for the green pump this week, coming soon, over 20K. And then I believe we're going right back under 20K. So watch out now. Watch out now. I wanted to go ahead and show you guys this article I just came across before I went live. It says first short Bitcoin ETF to list on the New York Stock Exchange. Again, this is out of CoinDesk. First short Bitcoin ETF to list on the New York Stock Exchange. The exchange traded fund will allow investors to hedge their Bitcoin exposure, which may prove particularly pertinent given the sharp downturn in crypto markets as of late. So guys, there's money to be made here on the short. There's money to be made on the short. They're showing it to you right now. The ETF is listed now on the New York Stock Exchange. When they do these traded funds and whatnot, usually it pumps and then it dumps. We've seen this routine many times. Kaboom! Shout out to Jojo over there on Twitch. I see you, Jojo. Jojo over there on Twitch. Shout out to all the Twitchers. Champagne popped open that Twitch because I'm on the networks. I'm applying pressure, and I'm going hard because it's the bear market, and so should you. I need you guys sharpening your blade. The time is now. Excellent time to activate your DCA if you haven't already. Right now is a good time, okay? Because, we may go under 20K again, but we're nearing the bottom, okay? We could go even to 10K. We can even get another 50% slash, but I'm comparing it to those all-time highs at 60. Now, some people have been, going ahead and DCAing all the way down, including myself, because we're maniacs. And we're going to go ahead and double down as we go down. I expect things to get bloody. I'll tell you that. Bad economy, no way for crypto to recover if people have no money. I agree. I think we're going down. I think we are going down. I think that we're going to go ahead and have a pump, perhaps like you said, to 25K. Maybe that's even too much. But, look out for that 20K blood, sub 20K blood coming soon this week. If you ask me personally, in my opinion, not financial advice. I don't want to sound like a bear, but right now, what could you say, guys? It's a bloodbath out there. DCA's king under 20. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We've been DCAing all the way down, but definitely we're skirting around 20. 28, we're basically at 20,000 right now, but we will see more blood. I think so. I've been going ahead and sharing that in the Discord. Shout out again to Passive Crypto Show. I see you. Jojo Wave, shout out again to you too on the Twitch, and Hewitt. Ready for the pumps, ready for the dumps. Guys, I think this is a shakeout pump. This is a little relief rally. People are like, and someone's going to get clapped here. Someone's going to get clapped here. If you're short term, if you're not ready to hold the long gun, this is a time that you could consider stepping off the ride. Now, for the long gun, this is the time to DCA. If you want to be in crypto long gun, I'm talking about years. I'm not talking about 12 months. It could be longer than 12 months at this point. We're looking at maybe 2, maybe 3 years. That's what we saw in the last bear market, and we saw some capitulation and sideways trading for several years before the trend changed. Then we pumped back to 65K. So again, we may have to see that blood into 2023 and perhaps into 2024 before things change. But again, we're nearing the low. If we go ahead and we pump back to $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, it's not really going to matter whether you got in at 23 or at 16. It's you really can't time the bottom perfectly. You can't. It's so again, the DCA sounds like a great strategy now that there's definitely blood in the water. Okay, and if you've been DCAing like myself, ramping it up right now is definitely on the table, in my opinion, not financial advice. What coins you like at the bottom? I only like the blue chips. Okay, I'm not trying to to time. Even this altcoin market has been doing better than last bear market. That's one thing I have seen. The alts have held, but again, we haven't been. I think that the market's getting close to capitulation, but we're gonna have to sideways trade for a while to see where the real players are. So that being said, it's BTC and ETH, and then as soon as I get a whiff of the trend changing, and if we start going to 30, 40, 50, I don't know, we maybe even go back to 40 and pump down. I don't know. Definitely 50. If we go over 50, that's like trend reversal completely, right? Then altcoins will be all right. I'll probably be. I got out of the alts around 36, so to give you guys some sort of a range. So if we're getting closer back to that 36, I'll consider. But right now, not even in the 20s, I'm going to try to chase down these alts. But if you pick the right ones, and get a little bit more aggressive, you're willing to go for it, why not? One of my favorite alts, Phantom. That's one that I want to pick up sooner than later. I'm looking at the price of FTM. You got to ask how low could it go? Could it go back to 15 cents? Did it skirted on 15 cents, I think, and could it go back to 10 cents? I don't know. So since I don't know and I can't confirm anything right now, I'm going to go with what I know, and that's BTC and ETH. I'm willing to hold through those storms. Okay, I'm willing to hold through those storms because I'm fairly confident that BTC and ETH are going to stick around 2, 3, 4 years from now. Now as far as all those ETH alternatives, I don't know. Some of them sound sexy, but I just don't know. Okay, if you're just tuning in, it's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's biggest cousin. Okay, the original kaboomer. I see people now calling themselves crypto boomer or something like. I've seen they come on guys, I'm gonna have to trademark this. I'm gonna have to collect royalties on this. Don't act like the champ hasn't been the first. Before people started like with the boomer meme, it was already kaboom over here. Hi Champ, optimistic project could be the next trend. Just saying, the optimism we saw it. Another alternative to ETH. I've had my eyes on it. I didn't get the airdrop, but I'm aware. I've also mentioned Theta Network. I think that has a lot of value that it could bring if it's done right. If it's done right. But again, it's too early to call. We're not deep into the bear. We've been falling off a cliff, and it just hasn't been confirmed that we're just trading sideways. People are still seeing who's going to get liquidated, who's going to survive. It's got to be, we got to be quiet for a while. And again, it will take maybe even a year or more. Link, Ada, Rune, Sand, Theta. Sand, I like. I like Sandbox. I think that it's a leader in the metaverse. Of course, I put up that video that probably ruffled a few feathers yesterday. I know it triggered somebody. Richard talking about the metaverse being a scam, and that it's basically game lobbying. And he does make a point. Okay, but again, this is all meta. Crypto's all meta. You can make that argument for everything that's financial and online. You know what I mean? So I do like Sandbox, and I am interested in perhaps getting some land on Sandbox. It seems like they're ahead of the curve as far as what they're trying to do. And then, of course, the Bored Ape land. Not hurrying up and waiting for that. I can see Theta being something that, again, people. This metaverse stuff is very much like Call of Duty chat boxes and stuff. So it's and like many people would agree, a lot of this VR stuff is not all that fly. Okay, you're not it kind of sucks. It's true. But anyhow, when you compare that to Theta, just like streaming's going to be here. Obviously, streaming's going to be here of some sort. But with the Theta thing, I like that it's introducing the NFT marketplace within the streaming platform. So it's taking a lot of things together. You know what I mean? So and then Rune, let's talk about Rune. I was early adopter, early user on Rune. I even lost some money with mistakes over there on Rune when they were first up and coming. So I like Thor, absolutely. I think that's for sure. Yeah, I like that one. Link was more of a boomer from the last run. So was Cardano. Filecoin, I would say, last run boomer. You could even argue Sandbox kind of was as well. Theta never really had its shine, though. I don't think Theta had its clear shine. It was like for a second there, but I don't think it really had its clear shine. You know, perhaps maybe the big dog of the next run will be Pulse. So I hope, man, but I'm not hurrying up and waiting for that. I'm not hurrying up and waiting for that. It says Richard Toscano. Definitely most entertaining guy in crypto. And if you do listen to him, he speaks a lot of facts. And I think that that's why he's been able to capture a lot of attention, aside from all his stunts. Okay, but, you know, am I a cold follower? Am I hurrying up and waiting for Pulse? I mean, you know, I got skin in the game, obviously, but, you know, I think it'll do some numbers, but very shy of what some people. I don't think it's going to do hex numbers. So, but if it does, we'll be in the money. So, you know what I mean? I receive it. We sacrifice, so I feel like we have we paid to play over here. You know what I mean? We at least to criticize. I got skin on the game, so I'm not just like a critic watching from the sidelines. Shout out to Always New. He says optimism. All right, guys. Make sure you're following me on all the networks. I got the link tree up down below, Champagne Gains link tree, and it'll take you to all the networks, the Discords, even these Medal of Honor coins. We're going to do another drop. Right now, I'm going to put that on pause, even though everything is complete, but I don't think it's the appropriate time for that right now. Let things bottom out. Even if things bottom out, okay, and we're trading sideways for a while, you know, we'll come at them. But right now, things are a little bit too uncertain. He's smart, like my computer nerd cousin. Both are scammers using their brain for themselves. Yeah, you know, you got a point. You know, this I'm trying to help you thing. I'm not biting that bait. That, like, I'm here to help, and that's part of a lot of his hook. You know, I'm here to save everybody. I'm here to help. You got to watch out with those people. I'm here to help you is, you know. But he speaks a lot of facts. Aside from that, he's just the guy's intelligent. We'll give him that much. He's intelligent, but you know, just because you're intelligent doesn't mean you're good. And no one's good, but you know what I mean. Bouncing back yet, I'm living on the streets. Shout out to Levitate. He's on these crypto streets. It's a bloodbath out there. But look, I got the chart up, and it's looking like a V-shaped recovery here after that slaughter that we experienced this weekend. Down to about 17,500 or something. I don't know. It was bad. It looked really ugly there for a second. It dropped fast, but we're recovering pretty quickly now. At the end of the day here, watch out now. I think that this is a relief rally that's going to get liquidated too. I think I expect us to go under $20,000 again and test 17 or even lower, guys. You know, my bottom is somewhere around 10,000, I would say. But I don't mean to be the doomer and gloomer, but I was watching something the other day and someone brought up a point, and not to be bearish. I mean, it's bearish, but not to be like negative or anything. Someone said, like, what if the bottom's actually less than 10,000? Okay, it's not like we haven't seen those prices either. What if it's 8 or 6 or 5? Are you ready? We've been here, okay? We've been here, but that's one thing that you got to understand. There's some people's average cost. Some of these whales' average cost is a lot lower than most of the people in the game. Kaboom. So you know the deal. Just be prepared. You know what I mean? I don't know if we're going to go under 10, but, what if we do? Because we've seen it. Don't act like, even when Rona hit, it got kind of ugly there. It went back to like 6 or something, 5 or 6. So it's, and anything's on the table. You got to be prepared. That's all. I think one thing we've learned from the 2017, 2018 bull run is to take profits when things are doing well. And that's one thing that I'm glad that we did. There was a point there when Jewel was pumping. It was every week. I was telling you guys, look, every week I'm paying myself out of this. I wasn't hanging around. Just, waiting to stack. And in fact, those coins are about to get unlocked. And what are they worth now? Like 50 cents or less, 30 cents. I don't know. What's the price of Jewel now? Everything got clapped. But let me pull that out. And Jewel was cool. It's still going on. It's not like, they rugged or anything like that. But this is in my opinion, innovative. they got a lot of things going on that other people didn't do. But, again, it's a game, guys. People, fall out of love in games. I mean, even, Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, the brands are cool, but are they being played all the time? 19 cents there. Sheesh. I got a little unlock habit. Always News says $2,000. Cry more. Sheesh. I mean, anything's possible. Anything's possible, but my predictions is like we're closer to like a $10,000 bottom. Maybe we'll even stretch it to $8,000. It's under 5 is really. I don't even think we went under 5 during Rona. I could be wrong, but certainly the markets right now are somewhat behaving how we've called it, guys. It's not act like the champ didn't tell you guys, recalibrated all the bags. I'm out around 36. Remember, I mean, we can run the tape backs. At the end of the day, you want to keep believing, but the trend's the trend. The one thing that I learned going into this bull run is what Manarino said. You trade what you have in front of you. Okay? And, that being said, I probably should have cashed out everything, right? But not the market that you wish. You got to deal with what you have in front of you. Toronto's back. What's up? Baby Bear Cubs are shaking right now. Where are the baby bears? Snipe them out the box. Yeah, DCA is cool right now. We already did that, and we're increasing the DCA. And I would agree with you with the under 20. I would definitely amplify the DCA. If you see a dip under 20, definitely step on the gas a little bit more. And I think we're going to see that. Okay, this week, in fact. A little bounce there to 21, 22, and then wipe them down. Wipe me down. That capitulation is not, the nail's not in the coffin yet, guys. So what's up? Did Michael Saylor and them get liquidated? Did Elon and friends get liquidated? What's going on? It's sleepy for the celebs out there. What's going on? How you feel buying Bitcoin at 60K and 69K, right? For those that did. We weren't DCAing then, that's for sure. The DCA really started under 50. That's when I already, even said, I'm like, guys, it looks like things, we were still in the alts doing our thing. And once things went under 40, I saw 36. I see, that was it. 36, I was recalibrated out of everything. And then, of course, we continue the DCA into the blue chips. But, my approach is a little bit different than the normal approach because, I'm a full-time crypto. So. But yeah, those that picked up at 60 and 69, a lot of even bigger guys, they were, I think that the Elons and them, they got in like at what, 38, 40? It was not even under 35. Some did, but most of them, most of those big institutions bought above 30, right? Or the newer ones, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I have no idea. But if you're just tuning in, I talked briefly about this Bitcoin short ETF. First short Bitcoin ETF to list on the New York Stock Exchange will allow investors to hedge their Bitcoin exposure, which may prove particularly pertinent given the sharp downturn in crypto markets of late. ProShares set to list the U.S. first exchange-traded fund ETF, allowing investors to bet against the price of Bitcoin. ProShares short Bitcoin strategy, which is designed to deliver the inverse of Bitcoin's performance, will start trading on New York Stock Exchange. Says so tomorrow. Tomorrow. So watch out now. The ETF will allow investors to hedge their Bitcoin exposure, which may prove particularly pertinent. Wow. ProShares was the first firms to list the Bitcoin futures ETF in October last year, a factor which saw the world's largest crypto hit an all-time high of around 68,900 in the subsequent weeks. That's usually what happens, right? They introduce the product, Bitcoin pumps, and they wipe them down. Bitcoin's price dropped $20,000 for the first time since 20,000, below 20K for the first time since December 20. Wow. Let me link this here in the chat. And shout out to everybody checking out my AI videos. I got a little AI video maker. So what you do is you could source articles or scripts that you write. The last videos I wrote that script, and you feed it to the AI, and then it sources stock footage based on the keywords that you give it. And it basically makes a video for you, and it can have the AI narrate it for you. So this thing is like no other tool for mass production of videos. I'm wrenching it now because I'm like, oh, this is a good topic to do one of the AI videos on. And I'm always thinking of another piece of content. So for those that create content in any sort of industry or field, look up this AI bot. This is hot. And not only do does it source up the video for you, boom, boom, boom. It has like 25 different AI voices for you to pick from. And if you don't want to use the AI voice, you could do your own voiceover, obviously. And then there's another platform, and I forgot which one. I have it somewhere bookmarked, and I'm going to talk more about it when I'm probably going to do the research this week, where you give a script and it actually brings up a fake person talking. It looks like a real human being, but it's just like AI generated, and they're like talking like, hey, well, I'm here, like you give them the script and it looks like a real person on video. So the AI is hot right now. I see it growing, and I've talked about this several weeks ago about how AI in crypto could be a trend. The machine learning and AI in crypto. I did an AI video about it, so check that out. There could be a merge between that. Listen, now as far as how intelligent the machine is, I mean, guys, it's artificial intelligence. It's more of a prediction device. I'm not saying that the machines are sentient and stuff. Some may argue all that, and it's like going down the alien route. Okay, some people want to go down the alien route. I'm not talking in that specific. I'm talking about using it as a tool the same way you would use search tools. And the search tools have some great predictive, it knows what you want to search because it's based on statistics. So anyhow, don't sleep on the AIs and how they may play a part in the crypto space, in the DeFi space, how they are already. And we've even mentioned interactive NFTs and crazy stuff that may come about in the future. There's some cool ideas. So that could be a trend in the next bull run, some sort of machine learning AI NFT or platform, or something that's a little bit more next level. You know what I mean? You're getting it. Look, the cars are kind of self-driving, and there's a little bit of automation. There's more automation going on. Now, are we gonna have the robot cooking your breakfast? We've been waiting for that for 30, 40 years. And I do agree with that. There's a little bit of overhype. We rolling around like the Jetsons. We've been waiting for that as well. So maybe tech doesn't take you all the way there, but it'll be around in some way. So that being said, shout out to all the Metamaniacs. Make sure you're following me on all the networks, and I have them linked below there on Linktree, Champagne Gains, guys. So, I'll give it about 30, 45 seconds to see if there's any comments for small talk. But I'm about to wrap it up. Let's go, Brandon. Did you see Joey fall off the bike this weekend? Wow. Guys, it's looking ugly for Joey. It's an embarrassment, honestly. I can't believe anybody even went for that guy. And second of all, how anybody could believe that he actually got more people rooting for him than Barry himself. I'm speaking in nicknames and stuff because, if you get too literal, the algorithm, I don't know. The algorithm gave me a break this weekend with the shorts. I heard that YouTube has a fund for shorts right now. I guess they're trying to compete with TikTok. Short form video content right now, the companies are throwing more money to it. There was a trend with long form content for a while. And that's why I did the live streams. And I'll continue to do the live streams because they're my favorites, honestly. But short form content right now is dominating. Those short form videos that I did this weekend, they just got a lot more video views than these lives do. So I'm gonna be doing more of the short form content, but I'm not gonna sell you guys out. I'm gonna pull up on you on these lives because it's probably more important to me than it is to you. Believe it or not. Okay, believe it or not. Somewhat of a therapy here, and that's $1,000. So I'll leave it at that. Shout out to all the meta maniacs. Stay strong. Pull up to the gym. Make sure you're eating healthy. And, you know, if you can't eat healthy, just eat at home. Try to cook your own food. You know, try to prepare more food. And if you can't do all that, just, you know, if whatever meal you've been eating out, try to eliminate one at least. You know what I mean? Start in steps. But it starts with, you know, taking care of your physical frame, taking care of your mind as well. And that's how you make those gains. Rides a bike the country. I don't know what that means, Roger. Ride a bike the country, or I guess there's a typo over there. But riding bike's cool as well. I don't really ride bike. I used to when I was a young bucko. I was a BMXer type of maniac with the wheelies or whatnot. I remember watching Rad when I was a little kid in the 80s. Rad. Remember that one? Sheesh. I wanted to be Rad.